Hello.
Hey everybody, we are here in Malmö, Sweden, one of the most southern cities in Sweden, and yeah, it's really good to be here. We're visiting friends, Christian and Philip and Jonas and a lot of our friends, and it's really cool because God led us back here after 2 years. What are you laughing about? Okay. All right.
Just keep going.
All right. Yeah, this is real. This is real life right here. But yeah, it was really awesome to be with Christian and these guys again, and just see like them still living out community. And for Camille and I, it was our first time like really seeing community lived out together, and yeah, it really impacted our lives. And so here we are back in Malmö, and yeah, it's been really awesome.
Yeah, we're just going to go back to, our last video was in the south of Germany, and from there we went to a friend, Valeska, that Calvin and I did DTS with in Kona in 2009. She lives in Hamburg, and it was amazing. The Lord really just allowed us to encourage her to partner with what she was doing in her city, and provided us with housing. And yeah, Germany is amazing, and Valeska is just so awesome. So it's great to be able to see her and to encourage her.
Yeah, and while we were in Germany, we had two amazing opportunities with a small group and a youth group to pray and prophesy over the groups and just see a lot of freedom brought to the people there. We got to go to the pastor's small group, and it was amazing to see just walls broken down and freedom brought in people's lives. Just when people hear the heart of the Lord for themselves, and when friends hear the heart of the Lord for their other friends, it breaks down walls and brings freedom into people's lives, knowing what their Creator thinks of them. So it's been amazing just to see how the Lord has worked through us, just simply encouraging people, and how people respond to it. And we were at a youth group. We went to the youth group on Friday night and didn't really expect to do much, maybe pray for a couple people and just spend some time there with the kids. But the youth pastor asked if we would come up and prophesy over people, and we ended up spending about 2 hours up front just praying for people and prophesying, and yeah, just again seeing freedom brought. And it's amazing just the openness of people in Germany once they really feel like the love of the Lord. It was just watching people completely open up. And so our time in Hamburg was amazing.
Yeah. After Hamburg, we took a train up to Denmark in Copenhagen, where we stayed with our friend Aunt Sophie, who did DTS with me and Kaylee, and then I went on outreach with her. And we all were a part of the Awaken 2010 DTS, so we all knew her. And it was awesome to get to see her, and we had become really good friends on outreach, and so I loved being able to spend a couple days with her and to encourage her, and she encouraged me right back. And it was awesome to see how she's living life for the Lord out in the city and going to school, but God's still using her in incredible ways, and she blessed us immensely, and she found housing for us. Well, actually we all stayed in her apartment, but she made room for us and fed us like kings and queens.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Thank you, Aunt Sophie.
Yeah, Aunt Sophie's amazing.
Yeah. From there, we came here to Sweden, and it's been amazing to see, our friends that we saw in 2009, and to see that they're still going after the Lord. You know, they're growing, they're reaching out in their community, and we were able to just be with them, worship with them, pray with them, encourage one another. It's really cool because a girl that I had met here in 2010, her name's Anna, she found out that we were here, and she was like, I want to see you guys. And in 2010, she was really searching for the Lord, and we had sat down for a couple of hours and just talked and prayed, and I feel like, God just is drawing her to himself, and so she's like, I just want to be with you guys. And so she came and hung out, and got to hang out for like 5 hours and just encourage her and speak truth to her, and she's just this amazing woman, and I'm just praying that God will encounter her. And Christy wants to share.
Yeah, we got to share our testimonies with her, and she could relate very well to them, and it was awesome seeing how God used our stories to touch her, and that caused her to want to seek God out even more. And we got to pray for her, and it really touched her, and it touched us right back. To see God move in her life, and to see how she's seeking, to see how hungry people really are, even though she didn't grow up like with a Christian background like most of us have. Like, she was still really seeking for truth, and she knows there's something out there, and she really, and it was just awesome to see that happening. And a girl the same age as me living in a city like this, it was awesome.
I have a really cool provision story. About 2 weeks ago, I felt like the Lord was saying for me to go back to Kona, back to campus and staff the Awaken DTS for 2012. I didn't know how it was going to happen because I had no finances for it, and especially so soon to try and fly from Europe to Hawaii, it'd be crazy expensive. So I was like, okay, Lord, I know that this is what you're telling me to do, and I'm just going to trust you. And I felt like he was kind of leading me not to even ask for support, which I was like, oh my goodness, like, how is this going to happen? I'm kind of freaking out. And we arrived in Sweden, and one of the nights we went to a church service with the guys here. They go on a regular basis, and it was just like people who are in the workforce, just doing life here in Sweden, getting together and worshiping the Lord and seeing what He wanted to do. And at the service, I had like a picture of myself standing in front of the church, telling them my need, and I was like, oh my goodness, like, I don't want to do that. Oh my gosh, kind of just freaking out. And we told Christian what I had felt. And then Christian talked to the guy who like runs the whole meeting. And we ended up being able to all go up to the front. They took an offering for us, and they just prayed for us and gave us words and really blessed us in that way. And after the offering was taken, I was sitting next to this girl, Hannah, who I had known for 24 hours. We had prayed with her and stuff like that the day before, or earlier that day. Yeah, earlier that day we had prayed with her. And I was like, you know, it's really amazing that they took an offering for us. This is kind of what the Lord's telling me to do, and I didn't know how it would happen, and He's starting to provide, so it's really cool to see. And she was like, oh yeah, that's really cool. And then we got on the bus to go home, didn't think really much about it, and right as I was walking off the bus, she handed us all money, but then she turned again to me and handed me like this big wad of Swedish money. And I was like, oh my gosh, but we were like getting off the bus, so it was just crazy, and we were all like mouths wide open, like astonished at what this girl just did. And we got home, and it ended up being $1,000 USD, like translating into 1,000. And earlier that day, I had received two $50 donations, and by the time I had booked my tickets, which I found at incredibly low prices for booking 4 days in advance, it was $1,100, so I received the exact amount that I needed to get back to Hawaii.
Oh, God.
So it's like, don't worry, like, God will provide for what He calls you to.
Yeah.
You know, it was really amazing.
So tomorrow we're heading down to Berlin to meet Dan Bauman, who we're going to be flying to Kosovo with. And we're flying out on Saturday, and we're going to be in that Baltic area for about 7 days. And we're going to be starting in Kosovo, possibly traveling to Serbia, Bosnia, Romania, or Croatia. So we'll be in that area. I'm not sure if we'll hit all those countries, but we're going to hit a couple of them. So if you can be praying for that trip and praying for our continued trip throughout Europe, we're feeling led to go to Italy or Greece, and if you have contacts there, if you would send them on to us, that would be amazing. We'd love to meet up with people that you know there.
Yeah.
And as the Lord sends us on this trip, we are in need of financial provision. So if you feel led, you can give on any of the blog sites that this video is posted on, and it would be much appreciated, and it would bless us so much. And we just ask as well that all who are watching this be praying for us. Prayer is the most important thing to this trip, and we wouldn't be able to do all we've been doing without the prayer support that we've had. So we would just ask if you just continue to pray for us, and it'd be a huge blessing for us. And we'll be praying for yeah, just send out a big prayer for everybody who's praying for us. So
Yeah.
thank you so much, and
Yeah.
Thank you.
God bless.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.